Welcome to the Circuito de Rio, a course that takes drivers from the shores of Copacabana Beach to the vistas of Corcovado Mountain. I'm here to give you your first look and first drive of the spectacular 2017 Ford GT on the colorful streets of Brazil's marvelous...
Last week, I injured my left hand while working, and now I am unable to work on a lot of games for the website. That being said, I've taken a gamble and played a bit of Forza Motorsport 6 Apex on Windows 10 PC, and I have to say I rather like it a lot. Now, the reason I mention my injury is not for sympathy, but to let you at least understand how I actually played this game, which puts into context my driving per se in this game. I'm actually a bit better driving than what I did in this first impression, but I still wanted to give you some context as it relates to my driving in this particular game. Now, for those who may not know, Forza Motorsport 6 originally launched back on the Xbox One back in 2015, September the 15th, 2015 in North America, and close to that release date, the 17th for Japan and 18th for EU around the globe. And it's just been released today for the PC as Forza Motorsport 6 Apex. Forza Motorsport 6 Apex is pretty much the exact same game you got in Forza 6 and Xbox One, except that it's free on the PC, and it has a few differences that I have not come across yet. I haven't figured out what are the differences to this particular version of the game in comparison to the Xbox One version, other than it having, you know, more graphic options for 4K and a few other features like that. But I have not found any other features that are different from the Xbox One version in my playthrough, because I actually have not played the Xbox One version before. So keep that in mind as we go forward in this review. So Forza Motorsport 6 Apex, that's a really long word to say, is a really nice game. I've actually been playing it with the side of my hand with driving assist, which means that the game brakes for you, and just the trigger, because I only have use of my right fingers, and I'm using the side of my left hand to steer the joystick with. And I think that works. I've been driving pretty decently so far in it, and I've been having a rather good time with the game. I've invested a couple races in about 2 or 3 races so far in the game. I've not gotten any further than that, but I think with that amount of time with the game, I think I can give a thought on how the game is. Now, this is a first impression review, not a final review for this game. I will try to do a final review for it when I actually have full use of my left hand again, when it heals. But for now, I'm just going to do a first impression review so that way you can get an idea of what the game is like on PC. Now, just to give you an example of what my PC is running an AMD FX 8-core processor with an AMD GPU and 32 gigs of memory with an SSD. So this is just to give you context as to what is exactly inside of my PC and how that affects my gameplay. I played the game at 1080p at high settings, and I am not sure what settings I used for my capture software. I think it's just standard 720p, but I'm not 100% sure about that because I did not go through the settings to set it up. This was just the capture software built into my computer that was just running as the game was playing, and I just captured it. I used the built-in Xbox in-game DVR to capture the gameplay for this particular game, and it worked pretty well. It didn't really affect my performance really. There were 1 or 2 moments where I saw a bit of a dip Like if I hit any of the barriers or anything like that, I would see a slight dip in performance. But other than that, there was none wild racing, just going straight down the track, taking corners. It was perfect. This also happened while in wet weather as well. During the races I was driving, there was one race where I was driving in wet weather, and the rain fell and everything like that. There were all the weather effects on, and I saw no effects that affected my game, as in the performance. It ran at 60 frames per second at 1080p, and that is all I can ask for. I want 60 frames at 1080p on my PC, and I got 60 frames at 1080p on my PC. Forza Motorsport also has a system in place whereby the player plays the game and unlocks these cars via using this point system called RP. The more RP you collect, you get these coins, these medals they call them, and the more of these medals you collect, the more you can unlock cars as you play the game. Now you can also purchase these cars from the get-go for 99 cents, which I think is not bad. I think that is a very smart idea by Microsoft to put the price of the cars, each car at 99 cents, because it means that it's not too expensive and it's not too cheap. It's just in that sweet spot where you're really tempted to purchase it. I kid you not, I actually considered purchasing the Bugatti Veyron when I saw it at 99 cents. I was like, wow. And all the cars seem to be at this price range, so it means that from the get-go when you pick up this game, you will be able to jump in and just purchase the cars you actually want if you want those cars, or you can play to your heart's content and unlock the cars that you actually want in the game. The choice is really yours, and I think this is a really good system by Microsoft and Turn 10 Studios for this particular game. The graphics look amazing. If I haven't said it already, they look really amazing. The game performs really well on my PC. I'm not 100% sure how it will perform on yours, as your specs may be different, but the good thing is that this game is actually free, so you can actually download it through the Xbox app on a Windows 10 PC and give it a try. Check it out, see how it runs on your PC. I highly recommend the Xbox One controller for your control scheme for it, but you can also use a racing wheel. I am not 100% sure if the vibration features that were in the Xbox One version of the game for the controller are in this particular version, because of the fact that I am only using one hand to play, and even though the controller vibrates, I am not too sure how that feels, because the controller is actually resting on my leg when I'm controlling the game. So I just feel like vibration, really. I don't really feel where it's coming from on the controller. That being said, I will assume it's probably there, and maybe one of you who have actually tried the game can let me know in the comments if it actually is in the game. But so far this game performs really well. It runs really great on Windows 10, just like the other games I've tried out on Windows 10 so far, and I like it. I have to say, if you have a Windows 10 PC, I see no reason why you should not get this game and try it out on your PC and see how it runs, especially if you have an AMD graphics card, because as I've heard, DirectX 12 games run better on AMD cards, and all the games that are coming out from Microsoft are DirectX 12 games, so they all run better on AMD cards. So if you have an AMD graphics chipset in your computer, or graphics card or graphics chipset, then you owe it to yourself to at least try this game out if you are into driving games. If you're not, then that's cool. If you are, you should check out Forza Motorsport 6 Apex for Windows 10 PC. If you've liked this first impression, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos and reviews and first impressions like it. If you want other content from us, make sure to head over to thebuttonsmashers.com, where you'll find news, reviews, podcasts, and more. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.